All right, so JD had called me, um, and I logged on to her machine, but I realized I'd gone into only view mode only. Um, she accepted me. These were the 6 transactions that were on her screen. Now this invoice basically is because it was not able to be printed. It's now in limbo, and I had to tell her to delete the 6 lines and re-enter them, but I wasn't aware of exactly what the problem was, thinking that it may have been something with the system. So with counter sales, sorry. So I was trying my best to save the transactions. I'm gonna find out if there's a way, but because we had gotten the error, I asked her to close up everything. I was trying to see if anything else was in the background holding. I had to come back on as I asked her to restart the machine to we check to make sure that that was the only program running. Um, so I was doing everything, trying not to having to delete the stuff. Um, so we eventually had to terminate this transaction. Still not knowing why this is happening because I see counter sales operating. Only thing is that we were not able to conclude. So we had to just simply just call it a day. So I asked her to terminate, which we did. Asked her to re-enter, which she's now doing. Um, Once she's re-entering the information, I then asked her to stop at the second line to do the total off to see, if the system is calculating, which it is actually calculating the numbers. So I asked her to continue entering the information, and she did all this, spent the time again, and entered all 6 lines. So counter sales is working, it's accepting the information, and as we continue through, and once she's finished here, this is where now we basically, after she enters the final transaction and she goes to accept, exit, 279 3 dot 279 288, yes. So she goes to total it now, so she goes exit, um, and we're going to try and print. Now, to be honest with you, this is where now I realize what the problem is. So we go to total, the information comes up here, and then she selects till slip, and here is the error. The error that we got indicates that no, the RPC server is unavailable. System error. So we have a system error. Now, this system error, yes, it is appearing in counter sales, but what we further realized from my further checks, well, the RPC server is unavailable. So once it gave us these errors, the invoice is now jammed. We are stuck. This transaction is now in limbo, and the only way to fix it is just to cancel the transaction. So what I did was to um, ask her to sign out, which we did a while ago, and sign back in. Um, so we're signing into the server fresh, which is what she did here. And I shadowed her back. And then what I did was to do a test. Um, so I went in. I realized that I didn't open counter sales. I closed it. Well, I tried to do a reprinting of a transaction, and I got the same error just doing a reprint. So right away, you can see that the software is not working because it's not able to get the resources that it needs from the server. So I then I pulled up just to make sure that it's not counter sales. So I opened Adobe, and I had a document, and I'm trying here now to print, and here it is. I'm unable to print. So I went into Notepad and I tried to print, and here is the message I'm getting. So there's no printers selected. There's no printers available. So I'm just doing this small video just to explain what is happening with the virtual server currently at 22 Swing. It works good in the morning, and then by midday or so, it drops out. Okay.